Okay, rematch against Doomdread, the guy who kicked the shit out of us from a bad draw last time. So we didn't have the bad draw mojo this time. It's okay. I can live with that. I don't want to not get a creature in my opening hand again, because that last time it killed us. So Doomdread playing very well. Seen that? Was he on the... Greetings. Hey, buddy. Welcome. What's up? We're 7-1. Let's hope we don't die. Is his name on the Pandora, like, tier list? He might be. It sounds familiar, but I don't want to, like, talk myself up, like, I only lost to the guy who's top of the tier list. It's just kind of a shitty thing to do, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put you through that, baby. It's okay. Alright. Anyway, enough talking out of my ass. Is he going to mulligan out? What is he doing? Oh, it's my turn. Jesus, tap dancing cards. I am half asleep. Done. Middle mountain, what you got? So he played green last time. Was there another color involved? He played tiki. No, he played green. And he played rush. So he played rush. He's going to play rush again. I'm fine with that. Because we have Elderwood now. And we also have Embrace. I mean, we also have Flame Burst. But we need to make sure Brigand gets down. He's playing a rush style, which I don't like. If he has a good early hand, again, he can crush us. And that's just unfortunate. So the next job is going to be to develop forests. To the left, I think. Grizzy is a scary play. Because we don't have a way to survive Grizzy. Though we can get Pest down. Play Forest here. Gonna go down on Pest. Giggity. It's a weird play for me to be backed into a corner here already. Now, if he doesn't expect Elderwood, can't block, unfortunately, so he's going to get an aggressive land already, which is not nice. Don't like having to play against this kind of fucking pressure, but... Piper... Oh my god, wow, he's... Two really fucking solid draws for him. With no way for us to deal with this. God, that's frustrating. Me no likey. Not at all. I don't think we have enough damage to deal with this shit, actually. If there's a Taunter down, it's game over. Okay, it's a Tax Collector. But this is all tempo, and that's really unfortunate. We can Brute, but more than likely, we want to... I need to forest up here. God damn. These plays, though. He was running a beautiful early rush. Can't do much about that. What I can do is starve him of Faeria somewhat. Playing green means he has very little removal besides... No, we have to limit our Faeria next turn. 4 plus 3 gives us 7. We can plus 1 into Brute if we do either of these options. I think it's better to Elderwood here. And see what happens next. Got some nasty fucking plays down. I'll be honest with you. He sells 5 Faeria. We need to get rid of that Collector at some point. But we can't really do it because we're dealing with the damn Grizzly. We might have a Taunt to drop now. Or another threatening creature to play. 5 Faeria can't be anything too crazy. We need to get rid of this guy, though. He's the problem, actually. Of all of this, he's the problem. I don't mind taking 3 to face at this point. He's a remarkably good player here, and he's playing very aggressively. He has 2 really good hands. Probably drafted very well here. Okay, that's interesting. Need to get rid of the Spirit. I don't mind taking 3 to face here. This is fine. Like, oddly enough, this is fine. I'm fine with this. I'm not just saying that, just for my own sake. Flame Bursting the Spirit is probably a good idea. I could also Grimguard and force a Taunt. I'd feel a lot better if I can drop a Grimguard here, reduce some of the bleeding, start eliminating some of the threats here. I probably should have flame bursted the damn Spirit of Rebirth, honestly. Now that I think about it, he's going to get value out of the Rebirth. I'm not too happy about that. And he has 2 targets for an Elderwood here, and if he has an Elderwood here, then this is game over. Which is very likely with a green deck. Right now, I'm in the position of trying to staunch the bleeding, which is not stellar. Now, luckily I have a Brigand with Gift of Steel Downs. That's helped me with the Faeria generation, and he's not collecting right now. He can clear with the Rebirth, which is fine, and he doesn't know I have Flame Burst in hand, which is also fine. I can clear the Grizzly this turn, which clears off his threats, and then I can try to regain tempo. With 5 Faeria, okay, 2 guards with Taunt makes this really difficult. So I know what he's going to play here, obviously. I know what he's trying. He's going to prop 2 guards down, and he's trying to keep that Grizzly alive. That's cool. The good thing about this is that I get Faeria regardless. If I had the Derelict Tower as a draw right now, I'd be pretty happy. He's going to try to get a Collector down. Does he have a Farm Boy on hand? He's a very good player. I mean, I'm really enjoying these games against him because I'm learning a lot. And he's playing Rush very well. And I love playing Rush, so this is actually a really neat. +1 to Ground Shaker here is a dope-ass play. Didn't I have Fairy Collection on hand? And I have a big, fat creature to deal with anything. I think that's perfect. No. Ooh, +1 dumbass guy into Ground Shaker. Get extra Faeria. Next turn we can deal with the Grizzly. Here's some fat threats here, and green doesn't have good removal. So at this point I feel like as long as he doesn't get too much more damage to face, we can start taking the fight to him. Last match we didn't do well because we didn't have a good draw. This match I feel like we can do better. Like, much better. So what does he have? He has 4 Faeria and 4 Forests down. He could start pulling Therian Golems at this point, which is a problem. But both my creatures survive one encounter with a Therian Golem. Either way, his Grizzly dies, so the Grizzly should go to face at this point. Question is what he wants to sit on. He'll sit on my forest to drop my forest options, which is okay. Unless he has 2 taunts, that Grizzly's gone. And then we can decide on dropping aggressive lands forward. What's he going to do there? Is he going to drop a taunt? What is he doing there? Interesting. Does he have a unique play? Oh, nice play. Okay, I like it. He's going to try to stop my Faeria generation, which is fair. Now, that doesn't help him much because I'm going to have a Brute that's going to punch that in the face repeatedly. That's going to help me a lot. Okay, that's fine. Happy to kill the Grizzly. I'm going to go ahead and probably double neutral into Brute. So that, unless he has it, oh, he has the taunt. He has the Imperial Guard. So this does damage at the end of his turn. He could stop this from opening up. I basically wanted to stop my Fairy generation, which is a smart play. But next turn I have, but I don't have the Faeria, and that's the thing. I don't have the Faeria for Grove Guardian. If he plays the Imperial Guard here. But then I have a choice to clear, do 2 to him, and then this clears anyway? And that's 2 Faeria, I think? What's the Imperial Guard like? I wish I could tell. He +1s. Okay, so he wants to play 2 threats, probably. He didn't play any threats. Okay. The interesting choice, because I can clear this with the Brute. We're going to go ahead, probably, and block one of his... I actually want to keep this guy here. Normally I try to block a land, but I want the 5 damage to be available anywhere. What I want to do here as well is put down an aggressive forest. And we'll call that a game for now. See what he does. So 8 Faeria is a lot. Freely admit that. Play an aggressive threat here. Feral Kodama 6/6. This helps him win races. Now the good thing about this... I was about to say the good thing about this is that he has no real solutions to it. But now he has solutions. That's big damage, potentially. Pandora Awakens. So if I get Death's Desire here, that'd be a huge play. My guess is I probably won't. That's an amazing top dick. Okay, I think the Death's Desire here is the obvious play. Let me go ahead and get Faeria. Aggressive Mountain Down. I don't want him to fuck me over with being able to move around here. What I want him to do... He's going to get a fuck ton of Faeria off of this. Granted. But at this point what I can do... Get rid of that. Move here. And if he puts a threat down, I have a taunt next turn. And he doesn't know I have a Flame Burst in hand. Is he going to surrender now or not? I put down yet another threat. I get more Faeria out of that. Next turn I get 6. This leaves me with 6, 12, 8. Yep, I can play this. Okay, what you got? Let's see what kind of taunt he has down. It's well played, better than last time, purely because I had a better draw. And I have Flame Burst from hand, so if... Well, not if any of these creatures hit. If Brigand hits, it wins. If Brute hits, I don't, but if both Brutes hit, then I win. Basically has to remove 2 of my creatures next to his orb if he wants to survive. I don't want to say well played yet because he's not dead. Very good rush player though. That was really fun defending against him. He could still win here, but 13 is tough to do in a turn. Well played, buddy. It's been a fun match. I'm really enjoying this. That was a really good match. Happy about that. And I learned a lot there. Defending against Rush that well. Pleased as punch about that. Amazing. 8-1, folks. We're down to the last potential 2 matches here. Either we lose twice or we win once and we call it a day. Let's see what happens. Alright, 8-1, folks. Here we go. Next match against Wow. That name is confusing. Ackerweckdiddle123. Now, I'm going to be doing this one a little ex-post because I didn't get the chance to record this one when I was playing it. We're going to redraw the Crackthorn. Obviously, the Gift of Steel, too. Siffer's Wrath for the clear. I could have kept the Gift of Steel. That would have been good with the Brute, but we got acceleration out of it. It's not the end of the world. So, as you can see, we're clearly and rather evidently playing against Rush. So, I actually really enjoy talking over myself here. Purely because it'll be fun to watch misplays and stuff exposed. Definitely some stuff I did wrong this play, especially playing against Rush here, which I'm going to try to point out for you all so you can learn from my mistakes. That's kind of the idea here. So the opponent's going to obviously play Rush. So what we try to do here is block his land development and drop some lands in the front. Now he's going to drop a Dune Drake here to see if he can't accelerate his land production in some way. Now, what I should never have done is given him a land, what to produce land with. Oh my god, that was the dumbest thing I could have done, is giving him a land. Because if he isn't standing on one of my lands, he can't actually produce a land, but he's going to step forward and drop an aggressive land of his own. Like, this was like the biggest misplay ever, and I was playing the last 2 matches kind of ex post facto, in the sense that I was playing these matches last 2 on a different day, so I wasn't in the groove like the previous time, so I kind of had like needed a warm-up match. My head wasn't straight, and playing against Rush, that shit'll get you killed. So as you can see, we're not doing great right now with that. So what we need to do now, I want to drop the Brute, I want to do some more work. I can't do either, so my only choice is really to Elderwood here, beat that dude in the face. I would Elderwood here. Am I going to misplace even harder? Oh dear. Okay, I didn't even want to Elderwood. Elderwooding there would have been smarter, actually, I think, because it would have locked this guy down, prevented him from moving forward, prevented him from hitting face, and prevented him from getting onto one of my forests, potentially, and putting an aggressive land down the other side. Because now he's going to attack, and then, pardon me, and be clear to move next turn. And I want to get value, and be wasting value on the brute. So there is a lot of misplays here, which I'm not very happy about already. And, you know, in the thick of it, when I lost this first game, I was like, damn, that was shitty. I really wish I hadn't lost that game. And then now I realized that, well, of course I lost. I was making really bad decisions, so there's not really much to say besides, yeah, bad decisions have been made. So what I want to do here, ideally, is Elderwood. I would drop a land and kill the Slaughtering Shadow, because that's going to be a problem otherwise. I'm trying to build up to the Crackthorn. You do have the Crackthorn, and it'd be nice to have that. I'm going to build a forest there, block yet a third aggressive land from that side if possible. I would Elderwood. Why am I doing that? I would Elderwood. Yeah. Okay, good. Haven't made all my bad decisions yet. So we're not in trouble with Rush yet. He only has a 3 down. The Slaughtering Shadow is annoying, but not too threatening. We can trade positively with that. And he's playing Rush, so we're kind of at risk for Wind Soldiers here, but double clear on the Shit and Brute, we still get value, so I don't think that's really the major threat. So he can hit to phase 3, because he is playing Rush, and this has obviously a sell-by date, this aggressive strategy. The only question I'm going to have here is what is next? The Monk, okay. So this is where Rush gets tempo, and that's scary. And you get the Scavenger for pretty cheap. So that's that's a lot of threats. Me no likey. Basically, we're drawing non-answers to threats. We're drawing Fire Elementals. Now, I want to get my Crackthorn down ASAP. Can't really do that yet, for obvious reasons. And here I think is another. See, that's a misplay because I won't have enough. Will I not have enough Faeria for my Crackthorn next turn? I have 3. Yeah, I'll be 1 Faeria shy, but I can +1 into Crackthorn. Is that what I decided to do? It's 3 + 1 is 4 plus a harvest. Unless he tries to deny me the harvest, which he might. No, he went face. Okay. For some reason I felt like I didn't have enough Faeria for a Crackthorn next turn, but I should. That's 4 + 1 harvest is 5, and then I +1 into Crackthorn. Yeah, that's alright. I think the problem here was I purely didn't have enough ways to deal with this. Yeah, the Templar is what killed me. Okay. See, I just got outrushed here. And in a big way, outplayed. He did have a lot of solutions for stuff I couldn't deal with. And that Ground Shaker would have been brilliant. That we need to play off of. So what are we going to do? We're going to definitely play into Ground Shaker here. But I still have no way of addressing the Templar. And that's what's eventually going to kill me, I think. If I remember this game correctly. So learn from my mistakes, folks. Don't give your Rush player lands what to develop his lands from. Block the Rush intelligently and play smart. That's all I can say. Because if he didn't have those aggressive lands, he would have been stuck, and I just basically gave him something to develop on, which was really stupid. I should have played the mountain basically directly to the left of my well and forced that Drake to kind of try to go into my lands to put a desert down. So a lot of better ways I could have played that, and if I was more conscious, I'd be better. And here I'm already kind of calculating. I'm like, I don't have long for this world at this point. Yeah, it's not good. I'm not happy because I have no way of addressing that Templar. I don't have the Faeria for next turn if I drop Ground Shaker now. I can +1 to Crackthorn, but there's no guarantee that the Crackthorn damage is going to go where it needs to go. In retrospect, I probably should have played Crackthorn on the Forest and just gone with it. Yeah, there's 2 big misplays here, and I should have played Crackthorn. I should have +1 to Crackthorn on the Forest. Should not have done that. I should have just played Crackthorn. Hope the damage would go there, and if not, I could always swing to kill a Templar next turn. So there was a massive number of misplays. A massive number of misplays this game. With the Demon Wing, I don't know if that would have done anything in the end. I could have probably drawn for a solution, but... yeah. No, I got outrushed. Oh no, we did draw anyway. So then there's no solution there. So we would have died anyway, but I think there was better ways to play that, in my opinion. And we're just going to surrender right off. No point to continue that one, so we'll see in the next one. See if we can get to... now we're 8-2. See if we can get that 9 wins. Here's hoping. Alright, folks, here we are. Last match, do or die time. We are 8-2. Either we get this and we get our 9 wins, we go 9-2. Or we lose this and we go 8-3 and don't get that shiny, shiny prize at the end. Looks like a good starting hand. Good early drop in the Axe Grinder. Also the Wood Elemental. Accelerating to our lands pretty quick. And we're playing second, so that's good reactive play. Plus the Blazing Salamander, which I do like for value. So a good starting hand. Xanderk here running the Runin Avatar. I do like the Runin Avatar. It's pretty. I like wolves. I'm a big fan. So starting out with one of the best plays in Faeria. If he has something to drop in the middle, it doesn't have the, well, not technically not the best play. He doesn't have that wonderful 2-drop Harvester, Triton Diver, but it's a pretty solid play. We have no way how he's going to go, no idea how he's going to go about this yet. The nice part about this starting hand is that I can kind of go aggressive to the right immediately if he doesn't challenge my Wood Elemental. And see what he's going to play. He's going to double down. Which way is he going? He's going to go that way. Okay. So I'm more than happy to challenge that. More than happy to challenge that. He's going to go ahead and drop a Forest. So he's playing blue-green, and we draw a Crackthorn really early, which is interesting. I'm not a huge fan of that. Question is, do I drop the Axe Grinder now or later? I feel like I should. Yeah, he doesn't really have removal. Here I'm deciding which side to go to. And again, I'm just commenting this one ex post facto, just like the other one. I'm trying to figure out what my thoughts are. And I decided that I'm going to leave the Wood Elemental on that side just to gather Faeria Force and challenge these wells. Or did we? Or we said we were just going to go aggressive. Oh, we decided to go aggro. And I think that's a good decision. I think going aggro is a very good decision here. We want to challenge, we want to get the aggressive Axe Grinder spot, make him really think twice. Oh, that's what we did. Okay, I remember what we did now. We aggressively went up this way to challenge these wells, challenge the aggressive spot, and then we eventually went back and dealt with the right side. So that makes a lot more sense. He's going to go and really try to push for that well on that side, so we're kind of level on our land building. He's got a little more acceleration than I do, which is a shame, but he managed to get that, and that's bully for him, I guess. And he gets a Seedling. Yeah. So this could be a problem later, obviously. But what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and get the aggressive mountain. We're like, that Seedling's going to be a problem, but I'll have to deal with it later, which is a scary thought sometimes, but don't really have much of a choice, unless he does something very stupid, which, I'm going to give you a hint, he might. So at this stage, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to address this right side, which could be challenging here. But if he does something done with the season, what I'm really hoping is that he's going to develop a land forward onto the well, and then he's not going to jump the Water Elemental, thinking he has to contest the Axe Grinder, and instead he's going to move the Seedling forward, assuming I have no way to challenge it. Because red-green doesn't have haste. What I'm hoping he's going to do is play directly into my Blazing Salamander. That's what I'm hoping. And we can get rid of that Seedling for lots of value. And if he makes that misplay, then we've definitely got a pretty good position on the right side of the board. We killed a creature that could potentially get big. We got value out of the Salamander, plus we even have a Gift of Steel to deal with the Water Elemental should have hopped down. Here I'm just hoping, like, move it. Move the Seedling. Come on, baby. Move the Seedling. Move the Seedling. Move the Seedling. And in the end, yeah, he really making me wait for it. Is he going to be smart? Is he going to be dumb? What's he going to do? And he moves the Seedling. So, again, given my hand a massive misplay, he was probably thinking that with the Cypher's Wrath, I could probably kill the Seedling anytime I want. Here he's backing off. He's going to take the Octopus. 5/5, I think. Yeah, going to take the 5/5 Octopus. Can't do much about that with the Axe Grinder, unfortunately. So, you know, in a way, this played into our hands. We can easily drop that there. We have plenty of Faeria to play with. We're double harvesting. Great value on that. I love it. And drop that here and get another aggressive mountain down. Get another really aggressive well spot, and we're pretty close to accelerating into Crackthorn. In a way, I wish that was a Wood Elemental. We got that one already. And here I don't want him to get value off of dealing with my Fire Elemental yet. Yeah, that was my issue. I'm like, I really don't want to lose that guy. And in retrospect, what I should have done easily is kill the Octopus so it wouldn't have the flexibility to collect. Because he's obviously going to collect. And it gives him a turn for a buff. I really should have pre-hit there, so that's my misplay. He managed to get one Faeria off of that Octopus, so that's value that he shouldn't have gotten, in my opinion. Absolutely a mistake. So, alright. But regardless, we're about to hit Crackthorn, and Runin's Messenger here is hella scary. We can't let this get value. So we need to get rid of it, like, yesterday. So, yeah. Effectively, we need to kill that. But luckily, we have Gift of Steel in hand, so we can easily get the +3 necessary to kill it. Village Elder is there just as a potential secondary harvester. And we got our own Village Elder. I think we're going to play that just for shits and giggles. Now again, here I should be swinging to the Wood Elemental so he doesn't get the ability to harvest, but I don't because I'm an idiot. So that happens. I guess I would do with the Crackthorn too. Go whack that. Gotta get rid of this though. And here I should be swinging for the fences, and I'm not. Playing the Village Elder here is kind of funny in a way. I don't really need to. It's kind of a waste. But if I'm playing intelligently again, I should swing into the Wood Elemental at this point. We got the Harvest. He's obviously going to kill me next turn. He's not going to let me just sit there. So I should be attacking. But I'm not. And again, you're going to get one more Faeria off of that. So 2 misplays in the same manner in my part. And after this match... Oh, did I get smart? Yes, I got smart. Okay, good. So not as much of a misplay as I thought. The question is here, do I want to go and swap Village Elders? That's a good question, too. I'm going to play him in a safe spot. Yes, okay, so not 2 misplays. 1 misplay and 1 correction of a prior misplay. I'm happy about it. He's going to try to starve me a Faeria a little bit here. Probably going to jump down, double harvest, and kill my Salamander, which is fine. This got plenty of value. It dropped the Seedling, it dropped the Runin's Messenger, and now it can drop his jump creature, his Water Elemental. So that's already good value off of the Salamander, which I do think this is a good trade. But those little things, like one Faeria, like you might say, oh, Ursh, you're making such a big freaking deal out of that. And it's really not. This forest here, it doesn't really matter. Unless you think I'm trying to drop a big green creature, which makes sense for the step on. But really, I just want to have this tile without a haste. There's no point for me pushing there, so no biggie. You should trade with the Salamander here, unless you're going to force me to trade. Do you have a... No, you can't have a Taunt here. Could have a Frogify here, but that'd be a waste of a Frogify in my opinion. He should just get rid of it and drop a creature. Yeah, guess what he's going to do. Good play, good play. So we have a Pest, which is nice. We're definitely going to Crackthorn here. The problem with this is that some of the buffs are going to go into our Village Elder. Exactly right. Now, I didn't understand that we couldn't dash to that tile, so that's my first time playing Crackthorn. I've never played a Crackthorn Beast in the game before, which is how new I am to this. But what became evident to me is that I should have dashed here and dropped an aggressive mountain or anything. Didn't realize that when the creature wasn't dead yet, with the damage, you couldn't proc and dash into its space. So that's a little lesson for me that I wasn't aware of. So, and again, the buffs kind of went in a bad way. I got one on the Village Elder, which is kind of useless. I got 2 buffs on the Wood Elemental, which I guess is a good defender, but kind of useless. So really, those buffs didn't go great. But we got a Crackthorn down, at least that's something. You know, like, it's something. I'm not going to complain too much. I'm going to keep complaining, but this way we can also just double neutral in here. I should just double neutral and move this guy down here to double collect next turn and move this guy either up or freely down to defend. So a couple ways I could have played this better. It's still, like I said, still refining the game, and at this point I'm kind of twitchy because it is 8-2 and this is our last game, so I'm kind of getting a little nervous. But luckily we've both been misplaying a little bit, so in the end that's okay. But as you can see, these little bits do add up, right? If he didn't have the extra Faeria, he'd be at 7. So if he had a big 8 play, but I mean, blue kind of plays at 7 anyway. But anyway, yep, there's Apex. There you go, baby. There's the Apex. So that's a little scary. It's a creature I can't quite address right now, but I can use the Village Elder to knock it down by 2 and potentially try to draw into a solution. Flame Burst is going to help mightily here. In my opinion, what needs to happen... How do I deal with this? I don't remember. I'm going to swing. I'm going to force him to swing to face. That's exactly what I'm going to force him to do. So I just want to be aggressive. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make him... Is he just going to jump and ignore me? That's possible too, but if he jumps, then he gets locked in by the Wood Elemental, which he doesn't want. And I'm probably going to play the Pest. See, the thing about my aggression there is that he was forced to play the Apex Predator defensively, which is good, because otherwise it would have come down on that lake tile in front of my orb, and that, my friends, would have hurt in the face bones. The Flame Burst I'm going to hang on to, and here I should probably play an aggressive land or move into double collection with my Wood Elemental. I do neither. I +1. Because I guess one would argue I have creatures up here. I was like, we're going to get double collection anyway. There's no way he's going to clear everything, and if he does clear this, that just gives me value, so I'm more than happy with that. Especially if he leaves this alone, I can swing 4 to face again. So Pandora is very close to opening. My opponent... Did he draw already? Because he might draw into Pandora, which could be a solution for him. But so far, we're in a pretty good position. He has a really powerful creature on the board, which is going to cost us a lot to clear. It's going to pretty much cost us all these creatures to clear, unless he jumps here and then gets Wood Elemental baited. But if he does that, then he leaves my Crackthorn to swing for the fences, which I'm more than happy to do. So yeah, I mean, in a way, it's good. Frog Tosser. I remember this bullshit. Now, this is the funny part. He used Frog Tosser here, and there's no adjacent square for the frog to drop down. So he actually doesn't get value frog, which is good. I'm happy with that. Frog Tosser is kind of a shame, but it's a good card for a reason. And now here I'm probably going to try to get rid of Apex. I'm just going to try to draw into a solution with my Village Elder and then Flame Burst it to death. I was normally going to hold Flame Burst for face, but getting rid of this creature's priority. It can jump, it can do a lot of damage before it goes away. And plus we have the Firestorm for later. Now it's not exactly ideal, because we don't have another face action. With that, Firestorm is just creature based, but like I said, we're doing okay on Faeria. I want to harvest here, if possible. I'm like, do we Firestorm just to waste? I'm like, Firestorm's a waste, especially if we need an AoE later. Ground Shaker is nice, but again, not critical. Well, we can... Yeah, we could totally Flame Burst into Ground Shaker. It's kind of a wasted Ground Shaker already, but we can get a really nasty aggressive creature down. It's a 5/6 that needs to be addressed. I would double... Yeah. That might not have been the best choice at that point, because Faeria. Pandora might open now. We won't get the double harvest anymore. If he draws into Pandora, which it should have probably opened on my turn, probably could have drawn into it, but then then I would have gotten this card, then, yeah, let's see. What does he do? Frogify. Okay. Did that on there. That's good value. It's 4 for 5 Faeria. His 4 Faeria for my 5 Faeria. So he got value out of that, but we still have a frog. And with a green deck, that frog can get buffed, and Pandora awakens on my turn. So again, despite the land building here, where we're both kind of... We're definitely going to draw up here. There's nothing we can do with Death's Desire. It's kind of worthless. And our Wood Elemental is not doing jack. And that's what I'm talking about. We're going to embrace that frog. And embrace the shit out of that frog and keep pushing damage to the face. I would totally do it. If I were me back then, I would do it. And that's what I'm still going to do. Good. Swing to face, and we're going to move up here, because what the hell else are we going to do? I want to be available in case something comes down behind the frog to taunt it. And we have Death's Desire to clear if need be. Our opponent doesn't have that much Faeria. He's sitting on 6, so he can't play anything too huge. He plays Equinox, which is a good play on his part. But we could remove Equinox pretty quickly. And we also have a Crystal Dragon to push even more damage. And we can Elder with the Frog again. That's so nice. We could play Death's Desire, Crystal, Elderwood, and just put this game out of reach, which is my goal here, basically. So I'm probably going to do that. I'm not going to screw around. I'm just going to try to go to face as hard as possible and not even mess with anything else. I mean, I could just lock the Equinox down, but if he has a way to Frogify that and he starts reducing my ability to do damage to face, it could cost me the game. I have tempo right now, and I want to keep pushing that tempo. I don't know what treasure he got, but I don't want to waste time. I want to keep swinging to face if possible. So we're going to straight up get rid of that Equinox. Drop the Elderwood and play the Crystal Dragon, if I remember my moves correctly. There's no sense for Firestorm. We don't have the value on that yet. So we're just going to go ahead and do the value play, as we always do in Pandora. Because Pandora, more than anything, I mean, you're not going to get any crazy combo decks. I'm going to try to draw into maybe a more interesting solution here. Potentially get me a Flame Burst to face. Brigand is nice. We can run all that. Death's Door, Elderwood, Crystal Dragon, Brigand. Crazy. You're an Earthfire Shaker for value, which is just even more ridiculous. I'm going to do this. We're going to swing the Crystal Dragon. Yep. Elderwood the Frog to distribute as much damage so everything can do 6, basically. Not to make the Frog a 10. And go there. So I'm feeling pretty good. We have a crap ton of threats down. And we also have, well, thank you. And I thought he was surrendering at this point, but when people say well played, it's either I give up well played or well played, but I have an answer. So he could be doing the snide way of well played, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, this match does drag for a little longer, so I'm pretty sure he hasn't answered this. I don't remember how he answers. He has 13 Faeria to work with and 2 treasures, so this could be a lot. Does he have Hammer? He has Frogify, Hammer, Earthfire Shaker, I think is how he plays this, if I'm not mistaken. That's a hell of a play. Because I remember that. I'm going, damn. And he goes Hammer, Earthfire Shaker, I think. Which, again, I'm totally fine with because I have answers to. Because he's playing from behind now. He's at 8 health. or life. I'm at 14. I have creatures aggressive. He's pretty much played even his big threat, his apex, defensively. But the Earthfire, I'm going to be able to set up pretty well with Firestorm and some value trading, so I think I'll be alright. Even if he gets a pretty buff one, because he'll probably be able to get a 6/6, 8/8 maybe, how he sets this up, depending. I don't remember how he sets this up. I think it was Hammer Earthfire Shaker. Gives a 6/6 Earthfire Shaker, basically. I think that's what he does. Earthfire. No, he just gets a 4/4. Oh, that wasn't as big a play as I remembered. See, that's a giant misplay. On his part, he could have hammered first, Earthfired for a 6/6, and that would have been a win, basically, in his book. And I'm going to take value here. There's no reason not to. We're just going to go ahead and probably clear the Earthfire Shaker, save the Flame Burst for making it look like we don't have a solution. We'll try to go from there. Come on, buddy. Draw up. Come on, old self. I know you want to draw up. I'm deciding whether to attack the Earthfire Shaker now or not, in case he has buffs on it. Because if he pulls an Elderwood, then Earthfire Shaker is a bigger problem. If he doesn't pull an Elderwood, then we're alright. What do we got? I'm just trying to decide what the best move is. And we got Emerald Salamander, which is a great play. Because now we can drop that and clear the adjacent Earthfire Shaker, and then we have no threats. Which is great. And then we also buff up our Brigand, make this really, really nasty. Amazing. So that we can clear nice and easy. Big plays from us. I like it. Now, if I had drawn first, I could have buffed the Brigand, and that would have been down to 4. So still not fatal, but every step closer. But at this point, just a little bit of damage will do it. I can Earthfire Shaker +1 Flame Burst, and I can do 1, he's dead. Because that does 2 to face from the Earthfire Shaker and +3, so that'd be 5, so I need to do 1 damage basically at this point. A lot of ways I can play this. It just depends on what his answers are. So he's played all his treasures, I think. Earthfire Shaker, he's played Hammer, it's back in his deck somewhere. If he draws it again, it'd be sad, but he might. And he played Equinox Treaty, is out of the game. So he's out of treasures, save Hammer. I have 1 treasure left, which is Earthfire Shaker, which I haven't dropped on the field yet. So we'll see how we can set that up. The question is, he's trying to decide whether he wants to get rid... he wants to get rid of that. I'm doing the disrespectful flick. Yeah, he's trying to see how he's going to deal with this. Puts a Taunter down. It's not going to have too much value. In any number of ways. He's kind of running out of options. I think he shows here he doesn't have options. Yep, no options. Game over, baby. He's flooding the board to see if I can't kill him, but I'm just going to double Flame Burst him to face. Just to make him feel like I got lucky with the solution, but even though he was pretty much dead already. So many ways to kill him right now. Earthfire Shaker Brigand, like, infinite number of ways to do this. So beautiful work. There we go, folks. Another 9 wins for you. It's 2 runs, 9 wins. And I can tell you now, X-Post, since the season reset Monday, March 5, or March 3, rather. Is it March 3? Yeah, March 3. No, bullshit, March 5. Managed to get 9 wins again. I played Pandora 3 times this season. I actually got 9 wins every single time, so pretty cool. Ended up pretty well. Next time I might try to run a Rush archetype, because that's the one I struggle with most this time. But for now, though, thanks so much. Till next time. Till then.